You're watching Caribbean Vibrations coming to you from Little Jamaica, aka Eglinton West, Toronto, Canada. And we're here speaking with Lori Beezer, Market Manager for the Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market. How are you doing today?
Excellent. I'm doing great.
I love it, I love it. Now, thank you for having us here today. For those who are watching at home, what is the Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market?
The Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market is Canada's first culturally appropriate farmers market, where we showcase everything from the Caribbean and the continental Africa for our people.
So when I come here, I can get fruits, vegetables. What can I get here?
Vegetables. When it's in season in the Caribbean, typically you'll find it here. We have our local black growers, the Toronto Black Farmers, so whatever's in season locally, you'll get here. Lettuce, kale, beets, cabbage, you name it. We have corn here today. We are experiencing harvest now. It's September, so we have a lot of corn coming in and a lot of the ground provisions. But we do have the ground provisions from the islands as well.
Now, why did you guys start this?
Why? 3 reasons. 3 of my governing principles for this was to A, provide a selling platform for our local farmers. Number 2 was to help revitalize this portion of Eglinton that's been heavily impacted by the Metro Links. And again, provide a selling platform for other food entrepreneurs. So those are my 3 governing.
So this is it. So this is happening right now in the summertime to the end of, when does it finish? And then can also people do things when it's closed down? Is there other ways to get in contact with the sellers?
Yes, so if you go on the website, I'll keep my website up all year round. We are finished October 3rd, so all of the links to all of the market purveyors will be available online.
So Lori, Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market, where do you represent? Which island are you from?
I'm from the very small island of Barbuda, Antigua and Barbuda.
Tell us, especially me, what's something they might not know about Barbuda.
Back in 1976, we were in the Guinness Book of World Records for having the smallest or the tallest people on Earth per capita. You wouldn't know that looking at me. I'm only like 5'5", but yes, Barbuda was in the Guinness Book, yes, for the tallest people per capita, 6 feet.
I love it, I love it. Another thing you're learning. Lori, I really want to thank you for your time.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Caribbean Vibrations. Enjoy your day, folks.
Love it. And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations. You're watching Caribbean Vibrations, and we're coming to you from the Afro-Caribbean Farmers Market. And I'm speaking with Miss Jackie from the Toronto Black Farmers Collective. How are you doing today?
I'm well.
All right. For those who are watching at home, what is the Toronto Black Farmers Collective?
Toronto Black Farmers Collective is a community food model. We work to dismantle food insecurity and food poverty within our community. We know that a lot of our people are unemployed, underemployed, last to be hired and the first to be fired or let go. And so we always live with the insecurity of food. Many of us use the food bank at least 2 or 3 times a month, sometimes 4 times a month. So our food that we grow is ideally to go into the hands of food insecure and food poor people, and we make it affordable and accessible to them.
Now, we had some interesting conversations off camera, and one of the things I wanted to ask you was, what can we as a community do more to help with the food insecurity and to help us be more self-sufficient?
Well, the first thing we have to do is to decolonize, because we're still operating in the modus of operandi under white supremacy complex. And you can't operate under somebody else's principles and values when you have forgotten your own. This is not new to us. We are the indigenous people of creation. Food and farming is always a part of our culture and community and our history. And so we have to get back to this. So if you've lost the knowledge or you didn't learn it, you can find groups like us, like Toronto Black Farmers Collective. We do run a community garden program in Milton. We have about 10 new growers, and they're learning how to do this so they can feed themselves and their household and don't have to be subjected to food banks, which many people tell us that they get rotten food or food that is almost going bad. They are learning how to do this, and it's predominantly women, right? Predominantly women doing this because they're left with the task to feed their household. So if you can grow things like kale, tomatoes, cabbage, peppers, okra, eggplant, potato for your family, pumpkin, squash. You can feed your family.
Well, I really want to thank you so for your time and all that great advice.
Thank you so much for being here.
And you're watching Caribbean Vibrations.